This is Wade Brannon. I'm the president and CEO of Pigtails Crewcuts, and this is year 20 for Pigtails Crewcuts. We're kind of excited about this year, reaching an anniversary, a milestone.
In 2005, Wade called me and said, "Hey, I've just acquired Pigtails Crewcuts. Let's get the band back together." And I love the fact that I could work with my mentor, Wade Brannon.
I bought into the franchise over 18 years ago. So I've been in the business for a long time. It has been amazing having my kids grow up within the business, and I'm hoping that eventually I'll have grandchildren that will come in and be a part of it. So it has definitely been something that is a family to me. Currently, my daughter is working the front desk, and my other daughters come up and they help out. It's been a very family-friendly atmosphere for me and my kids. I wanted something that looked like a mom and pop business, and it looked like, I had put it together myself, and it just would feel like home to kids.
Getting your kids' haircut shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I think in a world now where we're checking ourselves out, where we're not really engaging with folks on like a very normal level, having the ability to take your child to a place where where your child is seen, acknowledged. I think that's what really has kept our clients coming back for the years. So we've watched these kids grow up. My kids are now 7, 17, and 15, and they both work at the salon and on summer breaks and on weekends. It's been really great to kind of have that shared experience with them. As they start looking at colleges and leaving, we kind of have this period where I'm paying them to hang out with us, but at the same time, they're at least doing the work, and it's really kind of nice.
I wanted to build on my strengths and my experience, which are mostly working with children and families, especially children with disabilities. And so I thought, what can I do that's mine, that I'm in charge of, that I dictate the hours and the schedules and the involvement of myself and my family, but that borrows from my strengths in being able to be around children and make something easier for children and families. Before I was a teacher, I was also a social worker. That's kind of where my heart has always been.
So there's many aspects of Pigtails Crewcuts that we enjoy. One of the big ones that we wanted was a business that would allow us to have a balance between work and personal life. And the hours of Pigtails Crewcuts that were open allows us to still run a business, but yet at the same time have time for our family and be able to do other things in our life. So it gives us a great balance.
I have a great relationship with a lot of the other franchisees. One of the things we have that has given us the availability to get to know each other is our Facebook owners page. As the franchise has grown, I've made a lot of close friends through the process that I would even consider family. Day to day, I'm on a text chain with 4 or 5 people, and it's provided not only just a professional relationship, but personal relationships as well.
When I went through a divorce, I called Teresa from the franchise office, and she took time out and talked to me, not just on, hey, I'm getting divorced, this is going to change, my business. She actually talked to me about life, and it means so much to have that support on top of just the support they give you for your business.
So my journey into franchising was very personal. I'm a mom of 3. I have a son with special needs. We wanted to build a business that would create lasting relationships throughout the community. We live in the suburbs, and one thing I'm very nostalgic about is the community aspect of small towns like where I grew up. When we got started with Pigtails Crewcuts, it was actually my husband that was going to run the salon, and I was going to keep my corporate job. But after several months and us going back and forth, I realized that my home was at Pigtails Crewcuts. I felt good about what we were doing in the community and how we were welcoming families in with and without special needs kids, just kids in general. And I think now I'm able to watch my kids grow up. I'm able to take vacations. I've got managers in place that I don't have to worry about. So now it just gives me some a freedom to where I'm not just tied to a desk every day, and I have the ability to, have a life with my family and a balance that a lot of people don't get to have.
In regards to the whole franchise, they're there to support us if we need it, but yet they're not micromanaging our business, which is, very much appreciated. But if we need something, they're there to support us.
Our mantra is, if you as a franchisee are successful, then we as a franchise company will be successful. It'd be hard to look myself in the mirror at night if we weren't doing a decent job with that.
Our success is really kind of married at this point, right? Anything you need, just sort of a shoulder to cry on. They have been there every single step of the way, giving me support.
When I travel and visit salons, it is always really funny to me when you see a team, because it is a direct reflection of who the franchisee is.
When you walk in, we know who you are. We know about your family. We know about your dog, your cats. We know what school you go to. We know what sports activities you're in. We have watched families grow. We've watched them start with one child, and some of them have 5 kids now. And I think that's the most rewarding part of it, is it's not just a job anymore. We're not just people who cut hair.
We participate in spring festivals, fall festivals, parents with children that struggle getting haircuts, whether they have special needs or not.
It provides a great living for my family, and I'm also able to provide a great living for the employees that work for me.
There's just a really special kind of person that seems to buy into the Pigtail system, and they tend to just be hardworking and compassionate and fun, and they're just my people, and I just love them.
Getting your kids' hair cut is such a small part of their life, but we get to be part of that life with our clients. That's our little time that we've shared with them. And there's so many kids out there that are gonna look back years from now and say, remember when? And it's gonna be, memories that these kids are gonna have for the, rest of their life. And I'm really honored to be a very small part of that.
We survived a Great Recession. We survived a pandemic that effectively shut our business down. I am so proud of the folks that we have on our team that have helped us get there. But more than anything, I'm proud of the franchise owners that we have. They are the ones who, as I've always said, do the heavy lifting. We are just there for support purposes. The fact that we're all still here and we're getting together this weekend at a franchise conference is a great source of pride, and I hope y'all are proud as well. How are we going to be poised for the next 20 years? It will look incredibly similar to what it is now, just on a grander scale. I think we'll continue to grow, we'll continue to adapt, we'll continue to adjust. We've got great young franchise owners. We've got a great young team at our office to support those franchise owners. So I think, Pigtails and Crewcuts in a very similar iteration will be here in 20 years, and that's kind of another great source of pride.
Happy 20th anniversary to Pigtails and Crewcuts.